Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. It's me, Tommy. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new and this is your first time, if what you're going to hear today blesses you, inspires you, please press that subscribe button, press like, and you just keep coming back for great videos. So my name is Tommy, like I said. I love to interview everyday people, boys, girls, men, women, whoever that has a great story or has something that can inspire someone out there. I love to get to meet them and interview them. Apart from that, I'm a teacher by profession, and when I'm not teaching, I'm looking out for people like you to find and speak to. Today I have a young man here with me, and the thing is, I love the youth. I envy the youth. I've said this before. I wish I was young again. In the current world that we live in now, there's so much that I would do. So I like connecting with young people as well, just to talk to them and get their perspective on life, on what they're doing, their achievements and stuff like that. So today I've got an immensely talented, gifted, very intelligent young man. Trust me, by the time we finish this interview, you would see all of that. And I'm hoping that somebody out there will learn something. So if you're a young child or you're a teenager, what have you, sit back and listen to this interview because he is full of such wisdom at his young age. So don't go anywhere, stay there and join us in a bit. So with me today, like I said, is an amazing young man. So I'm going to let him very quickly introduce himself to the viewers.
Hello everyone, my name is Femi. I am 13 years old. I have a younger sister who's 9. I really love cooking, baking, everything to do with the kitchen, really.
Okay, good that you went there because he has big plans with this gift. So we'll get into that. But what's the one word that best describes you and why?
I guess I'd call myself pretty versatile because I like a wide variety of things. I enjoy them a lot. I'm not afraid to try different things. If something suggested me, I may take it. So yeah.
Okay, so I have another cool question for you. So if you were stuck in the lift with anybody for 10 seconds, if you could be stuck in the lift with anyone in this world for 10 seconds, who would it be and what would you tell them?
Yeah, I'd probably want to be stuck with because he had a very, very poor beginning. He was like, a lot of people, they're born into riches, they're successful because they were born into riches. But for him, he has a background. He used to play soccer with a big sock filled with sand among his neighborhood boys, and then he became like a world-renowned soccer player. I'd ask him, like, first of all, what made you push that level, even though you started poorly? Second of all, how did you gain that success? How did you push through the challenges and you weren't like, you didn't have everything that some people would say they need to do the same thing. Yeah.
That's really interesting. Okay, so I have another question for you. Let's talk about your achievements. What have you achieved in the last 1 year that's made you so proud?
In the last year, okay, I'd say I became a teenager. I'm happy about that, honestly. I see that as a life achievement. Like, I passed those years, but I swim in the English Channel.
Oh wow, amazing.
That water's freezing cold, honestly. I personally see that as an achievement.
So let's go to school now. What's your favorite subject at school?
Probably math.
And why?
I don't know. I like piecing together equations. I like functions, just seeing everything fit together. In math, most math, when there's one answer, it's not like there's one direct answer that you're going for. It may have 2 parts, yes, but there's one direct answer, and I like finding that one answer.
Is there a particular area in math that you like? Like, I know some people like trigonometry, some people like algebra. What's your favorite right now?
I actually do enjoy algebra, to be honest. I like doing functions. Functions is quite fun. I like piecing together where the numbers go in the equation, solving it right, and then just the feeling of getting that equation right is really good, actually.
So I was in school a gazillion years ago, so I think I remember my algebra days. So I'm going to try and pose a question to you, Femi, so I hope I don't show myself up here. So if I said to you, 2a plus 4 equal 28, what would a be? Do you guys at home know? See if you can guess before Femi. What would the answer be?
12.
So how did you work that out?
if you subtract 4 from 20, you get 24. You divide the number in front of the variable by the number in front of the variable, and the sum, after subtracting the whole number, by the number in front of the variable. So you divide 24 by 2, and you divide 2a by 2. And then you get a equals 12.
Right, so I was lost when you said variable, but I won't leave that. Okay, let's move on to your interests. So I know that you enjoy cooking, and you actually have a YouTube video. Let's talk about that quickly. What pushed you into cooking, and tell us a little bit about your YouTube video as well.
Well, honestly, it's just something I like to do, and I did find that I love cooking. I love sharing information with people, and I did also find that I love being in front of a camera. I personally find that much easier than cooking in front of people, but I enjoy cooking and being in front of a camera. I just thought, why not share it? I find it fun. I want to inspire other people to do what they love to do, not just cooking, but to do what they love to do. Yeah.
So what's your favorite thing that you've cooked that people were like, "Mwah, that was delicious"?
I'm gonna think about that for a second. Probably my lasagna cupcakes.
Ooh, lasagna cupcakes. I've never heard that before. So is that like a Femi special?
It's something I have done a lot. I haven't really seen it done many times. It's like, you do, like, this is what I said on my video. You should go check that out. But I said that sometimes you don't want to make a whole lasagna because laying out the sheets, everything, it can be messy, it can be time consuming, even if you don't have the right container for it. And then taking it to work is another hassle if you want to take it to school to work. So they're in the size and shape of a cupcake. They're in circular shapes. It's still lasagna, but it's like mini lasagnas, mini cupcake lasagnas.
Oh wow, that's amazing. I might check your recipe out and try that myself. So you guys at home, go and check out Femi's YouTube channel. Pop by and have a look when you're not busy. Okay, so there's something that you're really passionate about that you are doing right now, and you've been doing for quite a while. And I'd like you to share it with the young people or anybody who's watching out there. And it's called stop motion.
Yes.
Right. So what is stop motion? This is why I love hanging out with young people. I've never heard of anything like stop motion until I spoke to Femi. So what is stop motion? How did you discover it? One more thing. And what are you doing right now in stop motion?
Okay, so your first question was, what is stop motion? Stop motion is basically, it's a way of filmmaking, but it's stringing together pictures at a certain speed to make the appearance of motion, and then each picture is different than the last.
Right.
So you move, so if I take a picture of my hand like this, then I take a picture like this, then I take a picture like this, and then when you play it, my hand would be moving up. So it's stringing together at a specific speed to make the appearance of motion. The same way they do movies, but with actual pictures instead of CGI or something. You can do it with basically everything.
So what do you do your stop motion with?
I do it with Legos. They're very easy figures to animate. They are very, very small. You don't need like a huge figurine. And making sets is really easy with them because, again, they're small and everything fits together perfectly. So yeah.
I was going to ask that, like, what makes up this stop motion? What things do you need? Because I know for coding, you need a keyboard, you need, sometimes you need a joystick, I think. So what components do you need to make stop motion?
For stop motion, you need a camera. You can either use an iPhone, there are some apps for it. You can use a webcam, or you can use like a proper camera. You would need something to take the pictures with. You would need things. It doesn't have to be figurines, a lot of the time it is, but you'd need things to animate. And then you need a set. The set would be the background. So like, in this case, this would be the set, but you would like build it or make it or print a picture of it. Just something to go in the background. And then for me, for Lego, I build the sets with the Legos. Sometimes if there's like, I need a wide set, I will print a picture, but I'll build most of it. And then I need my Lego figurines. A lot of the time when you're doing motion, using Lego figures, they can't like bend their elbows and stuff. So I like to use sticky tack. That's something that allows you to pop the Legos out of the sockets and still hold them on while moving. So like a Lego arm goes like this, but with sticky tack you could pop it out and make it move like this. So you need a base plates for Lego, and you need time. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll show you how Femi makes his stop motion using a base plate, his camera, and the little figurines as well. So just watch this video very quickly. So where do you see yourself with this stop motion in the next 5 years? What do you want to have achieved with it?
Well, I want to make stuff that people are gonna see and are gonna enjoy. I want to become more experienced, and I don't just mean getting better animation. I mean like getting better storylines, getting enough that being in a place, also financially, that I'm stable. I have the time to be doing that, and I see myself making things that would actually affect people and help people in their general lives. Yeah.
Okay, can you give us an example of maybe an animation or cartoon that uses stop motion?
Well, many of you may not know this, but actually Wallace and Gromit is a stop motion film.
Wow, I never knew that.
It uses clay figurines moved with the principles of stop motion at a very fast rate. I think it's 24 frames per second, but they're moved, and that's, yeah.
So to create a 2-minute movie, how many frames do you think that would require?
Well, that all depends on your frame rate. If you want to make a 2-minute movie and you're animating at 10 frames per second, there's 120 seconds in 2 minutes. You multiply that by 10, that is 1,200. So to make a 2-minute movie at 10 frames per second, you'd need 1,200 pictures.
Wow, so a lot of time goes into this.
Yeah.
A lot of time, wow. So if you're out there and you're interested in stop motion, what advice do you have for maybe like, I don't know, a 10-year-old, a 15-year-old who's watching right now and they're like, whoa, I want to get into that. That sounds interesting. What one piece of advice would you give them?
You need dedication. I'm gonna say, when I first started out, my videos were trash, like absolute trash. But after that first video, you know, it's either you quit after the first few videos, you think I'm not good at this, you know, I can't get better, or you keep going, because eventually your videos will get better. If you take time, it may take different times for different people, they have different resources, but you gotta keep going with it if you really wanna do it. Maybe first 5 won't work out, maybe the first 100 won't be good, but you just gotta keep going. It takes practice, it takes time, and it takes skill. So I just say dedication, maybe. Yeah.
So, okay, right. So apart from the fact that you are very academic and you have a lot of passions that you've chased, you are also very sporty. Femi loves football and basketball. Which is your number one sport? Is it football or basketball?
Soccer.
Soccer, so that's football.
Yeah.
We call it football here because you're from New York, you call it soccer. Right, okay, so also for anybody who's out there, can you tell, particularly the younger ones, the importance of learning to play a sport?
It keeps you active. It's actually fun. A lot of the time it can makes you feel better. It's also a way to get a scholarship when you get older. But it's really fun. It keeps you active. It's a way to make friends. And it's a way to be like part of a group. That makes you feel good.
A lot of young people are on social media these days, and they spend hours and hours on social media. Are you on social media?
No.
Why did you make that decision not to be on social media?
Well, see, at first it was my mom. She didn't let me on any social media platform. But then I started to think, like, a lot of the time, this is not against anyone, but a lot of the time people are stuck to their phones the whole day through. They don't do anything. So they need to be active. They need to do stuff, live life like a kid. I mean, if you're on social media all day, not only are you not doing things that'll keep you active, that'll keep you in good shape, but you're also exposed to a lot of things like online. There's cyberbullying, there's very inappropriate content, and there's you can, a lot of the time kids are talking to people that are not who they say they are at all.
So there's a safety issue as well,
Yes,
that's what you mean.
also.
Okay, so for anybody out there who also in your age bracket or a little bit younger who want to get off social media, because like I said, I do talk to youth a lot, and there are some that I've spoken to and they do want to get off of social media, but I think sometimes us grown-ups, we can't reach them because we're talking on different levels. So you as a child, just like them, how would you encourage them? What would you tell them to do if they don't want to spend that much time on it, or they want to get off social media?
Well, I'd say engage in a sport again. It'll give you a way, because at first it'll seem like you're losing out, but you're really not. Engage in a sport. Look around. Try different things so you can find what you love that doesn't need you stuck to a screen all day. You know, a lot of the time you have your adult life to do that, to be working in front of a screen. But now, like, enjoy life like a kid. And I would say engage in something you love. Like I said, give something to pass your time, and then you'll find your passion. You'll find what you really love to do. Yeah.
Like you found cooking.
Yes.
And you found a stop motion.
And I found stop motion the same way.
Exactly. So
the only social media I was ever on, and I wouldn't really call it social media, was Scratch. I mean, it's a coding website. I used to make animations on Scratch before I found stop motion, but it's basically the same thing. It's fun, but I found stop motion. I found that I loved it a lot more. It doesn't involve being online like that, and you don't need internet connection for it.
Exactly. Let's talk about some of your other achievements. Can you tell us, because I know that you did really well in one of your favorite subjects and also in a game that you like to play. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Okay. Disclaimer, I'm not bragging here. I'm just answering the question that's at bay. But a few years ago on the New York State test, I got in the top 1 percentile for math.
Wow.
As I said, I really love math. It was fun for me. And as far as extracurricular goes, I still do, but not in the team. I used to play chess, and I got second place in the New York State Chess Kids tournament.
So can you let everyone know, what did you have to do to be able to sit down now and say you achieved those things? What did you do?
Well, it's just a matter basically of not slacking off, not taking the easy way out. I mean, everything that's worth it takes time, takes struggle. If you take the easy way, you're not gonna. I studied hard for that, honestly, and I kept practicing my chess. Even if you're born into riches, you still have to keep up with that, or else you're gonna go down. You have to keep working at it. So, I would say just keep going and don't try to take the easy way out.
You also had one of your short stories published?
Yes, that was in elementary school. It's a book called Crazy Creatures. A few kids from my class, myself included, were selected for a short story to be published into a book. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's amazing. In order for you to be able to achieve, that, give me 5 things that maybe anyone who's watching, you can use to encourage them that they need.
Probably determination, perseverance, hard work, pushing through, and persistence.
Right. So if you're out there and you want to hold achievements and you want to be this great person, you can and you will. All you need to do is just, I think, self-belief as well. Believe in yourself, have confidence, and you could be out there changing the world, So Femi, one last word from you to, I would say, all the 9, 10, 11-year-olds out there. What would you like to say to them?
Stay with what you're doing, stay with your passion, stay with what you love, and keep going with it, because if you do what you love, you'll be good at it because you love doing it. So I'd say you're it, stay with what you love and do it. Just do it.
So thank you so much for hanging with me. Femi has got his football. I've got my, you know, young clothes on to feel among. So we're gonna go off and kick some ball. So thank you so much for hanging with us. Please do like, subscribe, and yes, go out there and be the best that you can be. Some children are, so you as a child, as a teenager, please do that which you are born to do. So wherever you are, good day, good night, good morning, and yeah, live your best life. Bye.
Bye.